evening to the Trojan and Trinity. We get ready to play some junior varsity basketball. At this time, let's introduce the players. First broadcast of Trinity Triton. Number 10, Ethan Fletcher. Number 15, Zach Broder. Number 32, Nathan Skimble. Number 22, Max Presty. And number 40, Jack Trumbull. JV coaches are Eli Thomas and Joel Porter. And now, the starters for your Triton Trojans. Number 5, Dante Woodson. Number 10, David Hayes. Number 14, Margo. Number 14, Evan Flower. The umpire is just Barnhart. Trinity foul number 22, Triton is first. Substitution for the Titans, number 14, Liam Kelly.
Or just go to TritonTokens.org.
TritonTokens.org.
Yep, and they'll have the whole.
TritonTokens.org. That's your website.
Yep.
Okay.
Forget it's on the sign.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Foul on Triton number 24, David Pittsburgh. Checking in for the Titans, number 15, Yarbrough, number 34, Michael Walker, and number 44, Josh Hankelman.
I haven't even looked at it until now.
I know why. I scrolled up to the one that had the ticker running. When I scrolled up here to where this ticker was running, that's when it started jumping. So I just turned the ticker off. When I scroll back down to get rid of it, about 2 seconds it started. We're gonna have to scroll across the bottom.
But you didn't even activate it.
No, it was running though. See the scroll right here? When it was up, all of a sudden that's when it got good. I stopped it. Cleaned up.
Trinity foul, number 10, Lemler. This is
Close drone, maybe? So that is quite an update. Oh, it's still
A lot of movement.
Strike substitute number 24, Triton.
Yeah, it's dropping frames. See if Windows Update's running, or if you check it, it'll probably start running if it's
Yeah,
not.
that's the problem. Well, I see one other thing I think he took an extra step and landed into the
Triton foul number 22, Margo. His first. Substitution, first for Trinity, number 14, Liam Kelly. Number 22, Triton.
Mark.
That's the only thing I did.
Evan Riles with the bucket. Trinity foul number 44, his first. Checking in for Trinity, number 30, Ian Vatina. With the bucket, assist, Orion. Also checking in for Trinity was number 32, Nathan Skinzel. Trinity foul number 10, Fletcher, is third. Substitution for the Titans, number 34, Michael Walker. Substitutions for the Trojans, number 4, Ben Margo, and number 24, David. Substitution for the Titans, number 14, Liam Kelly. Trinity foul number 30, Vatina is first. That was to Trinity.
made 10 points. We had 12. We only had 5. Well, then we come out after.
Checking back into the Trinity, number 40, Jack Trumbull. Also back in the ball game for Triton. Number 5, number 14, James Waters. Number 22, Davis Ryan. Trinity foul, number 40, Trumbull. Pittsburgh. Drop foul, number 14, March, his third.
Go!
Triton number 4, Margo is first. Checking in for the Trojans, number 3, IHSAA. Number 10, Jaden May. Number 22, Evan Ryle. Number 34, Tanner with Hogan. Drawing foul, number 5, Woodland is second. Jack Lemler. Trinity foul number 22, Cressy, is second. And the Broncos with the bucket, with the assist. Substitutions for Trinity. Number 23, McIntyre, and number 30, IX.
Oh, that's what it is. Well, I don't know where they're at. Did the Northwood one get pushed back?
Substitution for the Titans, number 14, Kelly.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Commissioner, we have a major snowstorm that's clearly going to affect the tournament. So without knowing exactly how it's going to turn out on Wednesday, Thursday, schools are frantically making plans to redo some games. So what can you tell us about the effect of the tournament with this storm?
Certainly. Coach, and we're just doing what coaches do. They game plan every day. Schools game plan, and that's what's going on here. And, I say tongue-in-cheek that this is as simple as it's going to snow. We know that. But when it quits snowing, we're going to clean it up and play as soon as we can. But, and that's a simple way to look at it. But we've looked at a lot of scenarios. And, with the girls' tournament, we have 30-plus games going off tonight, an 8-team sectional, so they could get delayed. And, Thursday night right now, based on the forecast, doesn't look the best. So what we will do is we'll push games back regionally based upon on how much snow they got. Obviously, it's going to be different in the north than the south. And we'll have some schools that get to play their semifinal rounds on Saturday. Some might get cleaned up in time to play on Friday night. But at the end of the day, we're going to, just make the appropriate adjustments to keep schools playing. And I assume that if the weather forecast holds true, that we'll be crowning some champions in our girls sectional bracketry for sure on Monday this week. And we've done those things in the past, and we'll be fine.
Right.
We'll do it again. So
everybody has to understand Sunday is a day that's not available, never has been, and so you could push it into money. And is it mutual decision of all the schools, or who makes the final call?
It really is the sectional host starts that. They're on the ground in that region. They know what their facilities are like. They know what the cleanup window is going to be like to get their parking lots open and their sidewalks shoveled off. So the first decision is made at the school level. Recommendation comes to our assistant commissioners who are in charge of that sport. Most of the times we concur with what's being said, and then we're going to make a decision based upon safety and when we can, just like school. We don't go to school if we can't safely get there, and this tournament will be the same way.
Well, we got a night in last night, and we had some really good games, did we not?
We did, Coach. I was out, and Seth was out, and girls basketball is very good in this state. I know we've got a couple kids that started their tournament quest. We got some going to Tennessee, and a lot of Division I student athletes that are playing for their high school. And it was a great game of basketball. Great games last night, and I actually went out and watched Muncie Central versus Anderson, a great competitive game, and I know the staff saw a lot of other games that were really good across the state.
The boys' games obviously have scheduled. There'll be some games. Who knows what'll happen with those games? More than likely have to be made up with the amount of snow you're going to get. But the first things first, we're going to try to do as much as we can with the girls tournament. And it's Indiana, and it's tournament time, and you have to expect snow. You've been here as long as I have. You have to expect snow on sectional week.
Yeah, it happens. I don't know if you remember back a couple of years ago, Bob. Actually, my first year in the office, we had, 10 or 12 inches of snow the state championship weekend of the boys tournament, And we just adjust. We figure out a way. And to be honest with you, I don't want to celebrate it this way, but COVID has taught us to adjust. And those lessons certainly can be applied here. And you just have to remain flexible, look at what's before you, make the best decision possible, and move forward when you can.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. All things IHSAA related, our topic as we do every week. Commissioner, good luck to you and the staff. Stay safe. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Coach, and look forward to listening to your show this weekend.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
It's hard to believe that in 1972, fewer than 300,000 girls played high school sports in the U.S.
It's true. Today, more than 3 million girls play high school sports, and it's all thanks to Title IX.
When Title IX passed 50 years ago, it created a level playing field for women and girls in high school athletic programs. I'm Sandra Walter, a proud Brookville Greyhound.
And I'm Carrie Rosati, a proud Roncalli Royal. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
We're also former athletic directors, so we understand the impact that high school sports have on the lives of teenage girls.
And how Title IX has paved the way for generations of female student athletes across the country, including right here in Indiana.
Playing high school sports opens doors for girls on the playing field and beyond.
We're both living proof that when girls are given the chance to play, they're given the chance to thrive.
This is empowerment. This is opportunity. This is your IHSAA.
It's so good to have high school sports fans back in the stands this year, isn't it?
I couldn't agree more. We've missed their cheers, their energy, their spirit, and their support.
When you buy a ticket to high school athletic events, you're not only supporting your school's athletic department, you're also supporting your school's second classroom.
That's because the court, the gym, and the pool are where student athletes learn valuable life lessons that will guide them the rest of their lives.
From teamwork and time management to responsibility and respect, I'm Brian Lewis, a proud Jasper Wildcat.
And I'm Robert Falkins, a South Bend LaSalle Lion. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
We're also both educators, so we know firsthand that high school sports aren't just about winning and losing. They're about learning and growing, too.
So, buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events and support the education of teens in your community.
This is supporting your school. This is supporting your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome everyone to another edition of Triton Trojans Basketball. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside Caden Atkins, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler here for the Triton Trojans Sports Network. As tonight, the Trojans play host to the Titans of Trinity Greenlawn. These two teams square off as potential sectional opponents featuring two very talented coaches and both teams boasting very solid rosters. Caden, we've watched this Trinity team over the last few years, and you want to talk about a great defensive team. Their picture's right there by it.
Man, this is one of the games I look forward to every year is Triton and Trinity. Trinity, they play this 2-3 zone that it's unstoppable, to put it as frank as possible. It's impenetrable. Triton is going to have to be able to connect from three-point range if they want to have a chance against Trinity tonight.
And this, when you talk about that team being really good as far as running that zone defense, it kind of reminds you of those old Syracuse teams that how well Jim Boeheim ran that 2-3 zone. I mean, nobody could score against it. And, Triton not having a big, they're going to have to rely on that three-pointer tonight because that's the one thing you can get. But you can't be afraid to take that shot if you even have a remote look, and you can't let them run until you scare you off that shot.
Right, and after that performance against Caston last Saturday, I believe, where Triton lost 50-55, they're looking to rebound off of that game, but I'd have to imagine that their confidence is not where it was even after the Bi-County tournament a couple weeks ago.
And you know, a team that's only hit 8 of their last 32 three-point shots combined with Judson in the Caston game. The Triton's got to find a way to get back to their normal way of scoring the basketball with those seniors who are known for scoring. Need to kind of get back in there and start playing the kind of basketball we're accustomed to seeing them play here the last several years.
Well, and we've seen a lot of scoring in these recent games from Tyson Yates, and what he does so well is he uses that quick first step and his speed to get to the basket. I don't know if that's going to be there against this Trinity defense because in that 2-3 zone, you're sucking towards the middle of the basket. So everyone is down underneath the paint, and Yates is going to have a hard time trying to get to that basket. So Triton's going to have to find other ways to score without their leading scorer on the season.
And you sit there and look. I mean, Cole Shively, who can hit from about 40% from beyond the arc. Ashton's numbers have dipped just a little bit this year, and Bruce Johnson kind of in a little bit of a cold streak going as well. I mean, these guys got to find a way to hit that three. But one thing to Trinity's credit is how quick they close a shooter out. You see a 2-3 zone, you think, okay, outside shooting, you're gonna have your way with them tonight. But those guys can cover a lot of ground in just a very few short steps.
Yeah, I think that one way that Triton is going to be able to get these 3-point opportunities is through some of Coach Groves' sets that he has dialed up for these 3-pointers and a couple different things. I think it's going to be a lot of set-heavy offense, a lot of play-heavy offense for the Trojans to try to attack this Trinity defense.
And this team, as far as you look at These two teams, as you sit here and you look, like Trinity are allowing only 25 points a game, and granted, that number's kind of skewed just a little bit, but still finding a way to put up over 40 points a game. They can still score as well. I mean, these are guys that, even though they miss a shot, they're hungry for a rebound. They go right after that loose ball in a hurry.
Yeah, they scored 66 2 games ago against Clinton Christian, so they know how to put points up, and it's not just, this slow down offense like you think it's going to be to match up with their defense. They can push the court, and they will, and they'll get out ahead of you, and if they can get a lead, they are going to hold that lead for the rest of the game.
And, and to Triton's credit, this team, the all-time record trend, the 4 times these two teams met, they're 3-1, and the one loss being up there at Trinity Greenlawn. And here at home, the Trojans usually find a way to take care of business and get the win here tonight. But I think, like I said, discipline is going to be the big thing for these Trojans tonight. They watch their turnovers, be smart with their passing, and not be afraid to take that open look here tonight. And don't be going get that deer in the headlights look for me tonight.
Yeah, and last year, let's talk about that matchup for just a second. Last year was a higher-powered offense for the Trojans. They averaged more points. They were quicker. They were able to knock down more shots. Trinity held them to 31 points last year. So if they could do that last year, I can only imagine what they're going to do this year. Granted, John Harrell does have the Trojans favored 52-33, but I think it's going to be much closer than that tonight.
And like I said, I think tonight, I think you're going to see a sub-40 game, like what we saw last year. And I like I said, Trinity traveling on the road, they may be a little harder playing the trench. Now Triton's kind of wanting to bounce back. This is a game they've got to find a way to bounce back. This is a potential sectional opponent, and this is a quality opponent. They got to find a way to bounce back. And I mean, the one thing they can do well, they need to pull from the last couple of games is their free throw shootings. They shot really well from the free throw line the last couple of games. I think that's going to be huge. Try to see what fouls you can draw and see if you can get that free throw line. Those points are going to matter here tonight.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in for a good one tonight. Hope it's a lot like the game last year. That was a lot of fun.
So everything is all set here tonight in this grind-out defensive battle. Who wants to come out here with their 12th win of the season? That question will be answered next, right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Good evening. Welcome to the Trojan Drink for tonight's varsity action. As Triton will be hosting the Trinity Titans. At this time, not standing, please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we will honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Once again, welcome to the Trojan Trench, where it's always a great day for basketball. Now let's meet the starters. First for the Titans, number 14, Jose Rose. Number 15, Peter Lockram. Number 23, Teddy Skinzel. Number 24, Jacob Palmer. And number 30, Henry Lee. Trinity is coached by Joel Burris, assisted by Eli Thomas, Stephen Cabell, Alex Rowland, and Michael Florin.
Out there for both teams. We get things underway here as Cole Shively and Henry Lee get ready to tip off here as Shively's out there with Johnson, McKinney, Yates, and Oviedo. The five out there for the Titans is Jose Rose, Peter Logren, Teddy Skinzel, Jacob Palmer, and Henry Lee. The five out there for the traveling Titans. And Triton controls the tip, and they'll start off with the ball here on offense. Yates works right. Now to Oviedo in the corner. Bruce Johnson thought about it, pulls it back. Now goes to Oviedo. As Caden pointed out in pregame, as Oviedo fires one from the outside. Can't quite get that one to go. And Logren brings the ball up the floor for the Titans.
Now for Triton, if they even get a sniff of a look for a three-pointer, they about got to take it.
Travel call is Rose kind of just slid there on the floor with the ball, so they'll call a travel, and Triton takes back over. That's going to be the big thing, but these guys here, like we said in the pregame, they do close out the shooter in a hurry. McKinney now goes to Oviedo on the right side. Back on top to McKinney. Oviedo now going down to Shively. Kick out, McKinney. One more time to Johnson.
Hey, we watch these guys across the top like they're Cole McKinney. Just does that little bit of a fake, and how much those guys are already reacting for it with him just looking that other way.
Johnson now for three. Puts it in. Bruce Johnson. And Triton strikes first. He must have heard me talking in pre-games. I said, I know Bruce is in a little bit of a cold snap here. But right there, he just broke it. Kicked by Shively. It'll stay right here with the Titans. Skinsel to inbound. Goes to Logren. Over here to Rose on the near side. Back to Logren. He'll drive. Hop step. Back to Rose. Into the corner now to Palmer. Working it around the perimeter. Lee kind of patrolling the high post there. McKinney sticking with him. Lee drives. Trying to fire a back door. And then knocked away by Skinsel, but Triton comes away with it. Johnson now here on the baseline. Back to Oviedo. Catch and shoot three on the way for Oviedo. Can't get that one to go. High up off the top of the backboard. No call. And Trinity comes away with the rebound. To Rose on the far side. And then Shively will kick it again.
We're going to have that kick meter graphic for this game.
I don't know.
Of them. But yeah, it is kind of interesting. Don't usually see Shively out here out front like this. Usually more underneath. So I wonder if got him out here working really hard, trying to get any type of a pass he can get, and then maybe later in the game, him and Yates might switch up here and be up here to get picking off those top of the key passes.
You know, Cole's a very, very good athlete. We saw him make a lot of plays that just still head scratches there in football. This is a kid who's got a lot of potential. I like the move to bring him out here to guard the perimeter. Logren goes to the floor with it. We'll get a jump ball call, and we'll stay right here with the Titans. Don't try to say it all too fast, because
yeah. A little bit of tongue twister.
Just a little bit of tongue twister there.
And where's Brian? Say bitty better.
Yep, you're on your own there. Rose now outside. Top of the key, kicks on over to Logren. Triton very disciplined here on defense to start off this first quarter. Back to Lee. Jumper on the way from the free throw line, drills it there. McKinney past the half-court line, goes to Oviedo on the right wing. Back to Oviedo. Johnson now.
Yeah, that's another one of those things. They're just going to have to make good, crisp, accurate passes so the receiver can catch it really good without getting a little bit of room.
Shively disrupted underneath, and he'll miss that one as Trinity comes away with the rebound. Anticipation's another one I should have probably said during the pregame as Oviedo takes that one away up to Shively. He'll accelerate, but up from behind comes Rose, and we'll get our first foul call of the ball game.
So number 14, Jose Rose, is going to pick up Trinity's first foul.
And for the Trojans right here, you're going to have a three-player swing. I think that's going to be something interesting to keep an eye on here tonight, too. As Oviedo and Yates come off the floor, as does Bruce Johnson, as Westaver, Graham, and Connor Large all checking. Oh, excuse me, McKinney's coming out.
Okay,
as Large, Graham, and Westaver all check in.
So we got 5. Make sure we don't have 6.
Never again. Shively's free throw off the mark on that one. 1 of 2 on that trip.
Yep.
Rose now. Working outside the perimeter, and it goes down to Palmer. Quickly feeds down to Lee. Knocked away by Connor Large. The Trojans come away with it. Yates up the floor. Now to Westaver here in the corner. On top to Shively. Crosses it over, and he'll get tied up. On a blocking foul.
One of them is going to call a travel out here, and then.
We actually had that in the JV game earlier.
Yes. So Rose going to pick up his second.
Large goes to inbound. Now to Westaver. Goes to Large on the left wing, back on top. Logren gets a hand on it. Yates fighting for it on the elbow. Thought about stepping in. One more pass. Shively, he'll try a three, contested. Off the mark, no good. And Skinzel lets it go out of bounds, and the Titans tick back over. Logren down the far side corner. Horses to Rose here. DeLee working on the elbow. Now to Palmer. He'll drive. Kick out. Logren. Cole Shively knocks that one way up to Caden Graham. Goes up and scoop and gets the roll.
Caden Graham, the assist from Tyson Yates.
Now Graham will come up here and guard up top. So they're kind of daring him to go down low. I like this defense that Coach Groves has dialed up here tonight.
Yep. Put the big man up top and just let him work for a while.
Palmer baseline jumper on the way. Lee with the putback is good. Westaver works right, now goes to Shively. Now Large here on the near side. They work it around the perimeter.
Yep.
And we'll say Westaver travel before putting the ball on the floor as Oviedo and Johnson will check in for Yates and Shively.
I like there, Westaver had the ball. He probably could have stepped up to that three-point line and took that shot. But it might be one of those things you might have to play a little bit of a mental game. Maybe not take that at the beginning of this game. So then maybe
save it for later.
Save it for later. For then if they're slacking off a little bit, then step up and take it.
Palmer now in the corner. Johnson using that sideline to keep him away. Logren now top to key back to Palmer. The left heel drive, pull-up jumper on the near side, no good. Oviedo gets the rebound. Oviedo quick up the floor to Caden Graham, puts on the brakes. So Westaver corrals it. Now to Graham, kick out to Westaver, now to Johnson. Baseline jumper for Caden Graham, drills it from the short corner.
So you're not the only one that gets names wrong.
Hey, can't pick on Don. I don't want his job down there. Rose down the far side. Goes to Logren, top the key. Lee trying to get position there in the free throw line. Trying to back down Westaver.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of a shoving match.
He really works in that high post there. A lot of that really drives through him and anything that goes underneath. Long possession here for the Titans. Final minute nearing here in the first quarter. 4-point ball game as Lee finds Logren with the up fake. He'll drive, pull up jumper from the high post off the iron, no good. Lee with the tip for the putback, no good. And we got a foul call on the rebound.
So number 23, Teddy Skinzel. Skinzel. Knew that. Was his first, team's third.
Cole McKinney now checking in as Oviedo goes back to work. Directing traffic. And I like Cole McKinney up top to key, kind of getting the play rolling.
Yep.
I like him up here in that middle spot.
He can just stay back out far enough. He's got plenty of room to work to get the ball to swing from side to side.
Anna Johnson crossed the way. So they look to hold here for this final shot. Low scoring first quarter. But for the Trojans, a fairly efficient quarter.
Yep. 2 of 3, 1 of 4, 1 of 2.
Graham Noack pass to McKinney. Three-pointer on the way. Puts it in! And Triton hits a dagger at the end of the first quarter. Blocked by Graham!
Well, he's not going to like that. I didn't get that one. I got an update from the girls' sectional 50 championship. At the start of the third, it was Argus 31, Oregon Davis 11.
Ooh. They said after first quarter?
Or halftime.
First halftime.
That's halftime.
Third quarter just started.
So the JV won earlier tonight by a score of 40-26. Evan Briles with 18 points in that game. While we have a minute, I want to say congrats to the 2022 Triton Athletic Hall of Fame inductees. And Melissa Nifong Branham was one of the athletes, Randy Hooley Jr., Coach Gail Perry, and Bill and Marcia Kaiser. They will be recognized on February 25th at the Triton Knox game here from the Trojan Trench. Banquet will be on February 26th at 6 p.m. at the Back 40 Banquet Center here in Bourbon. Tickets will be $25 per person. The last day for ticket sales for the banquet is February 19th. Congratulations to all of them.
Yep, that's always a neat little presentation put on. It went the last few years. And it's always nice when you get some of them to get up there and just give some of their stories. What's really interesting is some of the, I want to say the older ones that's been out for a while, what they've done with their career. You know, how much of it they pursued, but then how much of it may be translated into business or whatever that they did pursue on past high school and college.
You know, and getting to know Coach Perry over the broadcasting and the volleyball stuff here the last few years, it's been a lot of fun. You know, Coach Perry, I think I would have liked going to school with Coach Perry being one of my teachers. She's great. I like Coach. Congratulations to all of them. Although there is one Hall of Fame speech I didn't get to see was Orion's. I'm still waiting to see that video.
There's a reason why there is a video.
Oh, my. McKinney goes to Johnson as we get this second quarter underway. Triton hitting a three-pointer and a block by Graham in that first to separate themselves by 7 points. But like I said, got to keep on the attack here. Out to Shively, three-pointer on the way. Puts it in, Cole Shively.
It's 1 of 2. Triton as a team shoot 3 of 6 behind the arc.
And the Trojans playing well here in this first half. Logren picks up his dribble, kicks on over to Rose. Trinity yet to make a substitution in the game as Lee with the runner in the lane, no good. Tipped around as Skinsel hits the deck, still a hot potato. Skinsel comes out of nowhere to land on the ball. Triton wanted to travel. To Rose down the middle. He's in the lane, goes with the jumper inside, can't get the roll. Rebound goes to Trinity as Skinsel and the Titans reset. Logren straightaway jumper, gets the roll. You talk about a hot potato. I don't think anybody get a hold of that thing. Oviedo. Now to Johnson. Works to the screen right. Now to Oviedo. Thought about it. Rose shut off the three. Yates will get called as I think he extended that forearm. So he's trying to get separation there. Just a little too much of a push unless he left with that forearm.
Yeah, if he didn't have it quite up and far enough away from him. He may not have actually pushed off, but just having it up as high as he did, trying to maneuver is going to get that called every time.
Coach Burris calling out his offensive set as Logren goes to work, and Cole Shively staying right there with him. And a travel by Palmer. And Triton takes back over. And that is Shively. McKinney feeds back door. Shively reverse land, but he'll get fouled on the way up. Coach Burris not happy with that call.
Trinity foul number 15, Logren.
So Logren's going to pick up his first, team's fourth.
So Logren called for the foul there.
Shively was there earlier, got 1 of 2.
Shively drills the first one. Mr. Davenport's in the house. Give Chip a shout out here. He's too far away, didn't hear me. Shively now for the free throw line. Perfect on the first one, off the mark on the second one as Lee gets the rebound. I waited mid-flight on that shot. Shively had kick ball there. I was waiting to hear if they're going to blow the whistle or not on that one.
I didn't know if he quite got it or not, but then the way it bounced, yep, he had to touch it.
So Caden Graham will check in. Johnson will take a seat.
So Shively moves down there. He gets under that free throw line. He gets to push around.
Palmer drives, runner on the baseline, off the mark, no go, tipped around, Lee with the rebound. Back to Logren.
I've got them down for 10 rebounds. Triton's only got 1, but Trinity was so efficient earlier, there was no rebounds for them to even get.
And watching the Lakeland Christian game and the Culver game with this Trinity team, if there's a loose ball, they're going to go for it. As Skenzel from the baseline off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Rose. Rose back to Logren. Now to Lee in the paint. Backing down, goes with the jumper off the glass and good.
So he's leading all scorers with 6 points right now.
Oviedo on the far side, works it on top to Yates. Back to Oviedo. Feeds to Shively in the paint. He gets swarmed. Shively trying to find a crease, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Trinity foul, number 30.
So Henry Lee's going to pick up his first, team's 5th.
Shively's first free throw is good as Connor Large will check in. He'll come in for Shively. As the officials get that all communicated. We're also going to check in. And Shively drills that one. As Oviedo and Shively will get a breather.
Trojan substitution, number 4, Chandler Westenberg. Number 33, Connor Law.
From what we saw a year ago, you talk about a deadlocked first half. We're seeing the Trojans starting to kind of play a little bit different style of basketball, and I like it.
Yeah, I think the last few years have finally learned your watch to try to see how to break this a little bit. And it's a little bit different than what we've seen, but it's a lot of high energy stuff going on here at the top of the key.
Watching these Trojans after a couple last games, they weren't blowouts, but just tough losses, trying to get back on the winning side of things. And kudos to these guys for how they prepared. Logren, corner jumper on the way, back iron no good. Lee with the rebound, put backs up, and banks open for him.
Rebound and basket.
Graham on the far side, right wing into the corner to McKinney. Back to Graham. Skip pass on over to Large. Top the key now. Back to Westaver. Goes to Graham. Westaver now patient with it. Finds Graham. Three-pointer on the way. Can't get that one to go. Rebound goes to Connor Large. Burris not happy the team didn't come away with a rebound there. Down to McKinney. Back to Large. Now to Graham. To Westaver in the right wing. Yates on the left side. Westaver. Graham for 3. Puts it in. Line drive 3 from the big man.
The one thing I've noticed, you hear Groves yelling a lot more at this game and a lot more move, that they're wanting to really get this ball moving around so you can get any spot that the weakness just to get any type of penetration.
Well, Coach Burris, I'll tell you what, up there at Trinity, you can sure hear him, Coach. I mean, in the barn up there, you can just hear him echoing off the walls. But Jason's got to keep up with Coach Burris, and who's going to be the louder coach here tonight?
Yeah, that's a big thing. Boy, if you've never been up to that Trinity gym, it is a small gym. It's a unique experience for us because Basically, if you could see, I don't know if Ryan moved the camera a little bit to where our banners are across the way, if you was behind those banners about 10 feet is about where we sit.
Yep.
We're just right off the edge of the base of the sideline there, looking about right down on that court, and it's a neat perspective to watch for us.
Yeah, and I mean they host us really well too. I mean, I don't mean the barn by any bad sense at all. I mean, it just kind of gives you that atmosphere, like, you know, you're in a building, but just the way you play, it's just a different experience, but it's a good experience though.
Yeah, it's kind of a modern Hoosier gym, the old Hoosier gym.
Yeah.
But it's be a modern style. We got a lot of those three-sided bleachers underneath us. Of course, team just has enough room for chairs on the other side, but it is a very neat experience up there.
You know, good people there, South Bend, up there at Trinity, Greenlawn. You know, everybody up there, just very good hosts. Really enjoy getting to see these games with them, and it's awesome even to get them to be able to play in postseason basketball here this season for state competition.
Nice thing with Trinity, they'll be down here for the sectional, so get a little experience on this floor for them.
We'll get a foul call on the Trojans here after the timeout.
So Chandler Westerford's going to pick up his first, team second. And speaking of sectional, we're going to kind of chomp on this a little bit. All postseason games, sectional, will be on the IHSAA network, not on YouTube like they normally are for regular season.
Lee up off, the glass bank is closed, goes back up, and he'll draw the foul, and he'll go to the line for two. As their first trip to the free throw line here this evening.
We'll still be calling the game. It's just going to be on ihsatv.org/TTSN.
Or you can go to the TritonTrojans.org. Yep. And just follow it there. It'll all be right there. We are not allowed to broadcast on YouTube.
Yep, postseason.
Because the IHSAA network owns all the rights.
So a little bit of confusion with the girls. We got quite a few people was asking who couldn't find it. It's like, that's why, because it's a little bit different for postseason.
And Lee gets 1 of 2 to drop there on that trip to the free throw line. Triton will have a 3-player swing here in just a moment. Large in the corner. Westhaver up top. Oviedo will try through it. Back iron no good. Caden Graham with the offensive board, and he'll get fouled.
So number 14, Jose Rose, going to pick up his third. So it'll be a big thing there for Trinity, having him. Looks like he'll be out now.
And the 6'5", Hunsberger will now check in.
End of the third quarter, Argus 43, Oregon Davis 16. That's the girls' sectional championship game.
Yates now works here in the corner. Yates now on the right side. On top to Johnson. Skips it on over to Yates on the far side. He'll work against Skinzel. Now to McKinney. Skinzel try to jump the route there. Palmer does, but Oviedo's there to get the deflected pass. Now to Shively in the paint. And we'll get a lane violation on the Trojans.
I think he got helped by a member of the crowd. Might have been.
Just might have been.
Yeah, might have been.
Jose Rose will check back in.
New information, it is
Rose.
It's Josh Rose.
Josh Rose.
Well, it says Jose on the roster.
Well, we'll change that.
So, Josh, with my apologies to Josh. Not real sure what happened there. He was trying to change the stuff down.
Yeah, I think it just kicked it around, got it out of bounds.
Now to Oviedo, now goes to Shively. Yates, quick pass down. Triton playing great team basketball here in this first half. Oviedo with the runner in the lane, can't get the roll. Hunsberger with the rebound.
Yeah, they did a little bit of rocking to sleep, back and forth, and Oviedo finally changed his tune and we just went a little bit different to go into the lane to try to make it a shot off.
Triton's finding seams in there, and watching a lot of those games that watching a couple of games I got to watch and watching film here, the lane is not usually something that's open. Is Gross wanted a charge call, but that one went out of bounds and Triton takes back over. This is a very disciplined defense and a group that, very methodical on offense as we're 47 seconds away from halftime.
Which is hard
quick
to believe
game.
already. Yes, quick game already. Nope.
Down to Shively off the mark, no good. Palmer kicks it to Logren. He'll fall to the ground and somehow gets it to Rose. Rose trying to split. Shively up to Oviedo. Puts on the brakes. Shively step back three from the corner on the way. Puts it in.
Shooting 50%, 5 of 10 behind the arc towards the team.
Lee now kicks back 3 seconds. 3-pointer on the way from Rose. Can't answer back. Tipped around. Palmer throws it up, but it will not count after the buzzer, and that'll do it for the first half as Triton leads 23-11. As Kenny gets those stats pushed over.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit to get them across.
This game here tonight is the first of a 3-game homestand as they'll play host to LaVille on Friday night for a conference game, then host Rochester next week. Then they'll be at Tippecanoe Valley and at Bremen, and then the season ends up February 25th.
Now there is
they're against Knox, but there's a chance that Argus gets to reschedule.
There's a chance they're trying to get Argus worked in tentatively
next week sometime.
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday next week. So as soon as they get that finalized, we'll definitely get that passed along.
So a chance for a 4-game homestand then.
Yeah, get in there. But yeah, then Tippy Valley and Bremen, the last 2 away. Just looking at the calendar, only 2.5 weeks of boys varsity regular season left, which is hard to believe.
Unfortunately, girls season ending on Saturday, which, just like I said, I didn't get really a chance to say it. Those girls, they put in a lot of work, and the future's bright for Coach Kroll and her Lady Trojans as they continue to grow.
Well, we're going to read off the stats. We're on a little different system tonight because it had the main systems ran the junior high girls, and so we'll have to do it on this one and this. And they're finally synced up. So we'll just go ahead and get it. Triton 4 of 6 on the free throws, 1 of 2 for Trinity. 2-pointers, just 2 of 4, which is hard to believe for Triton. But most of them there is coming. You see 5 of 10 behind the arc, and then 4 is what I had down for turnovers. Trinity 5 of 14, and then just 2 attempts behind the arc, and then 1 of 2. So Lee leading Trinity with 9, and Peter Logren with 2. And then those 2 each have a single foul, and then Josh Rose 3 fouls, and then Teddy Kinzel with 1 for the Trojans. Cole Shively with 10, Caden Graham with 7, McKinney and Johnson each with 3, and then Westover, Oviedo, and Yates all with a single foul.
So we'll take a break here at halftime, and we'll be back for the second half right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Hey, Dr. Jenner, what do you remember most about playing high school sports?
Oh, I loved it. I made friends and have memories I'll treasure forever. But what mattered most were the life lessons I learned in the soccer field.
Life lessons. Which are your favorite?
Just being part of a team. You learn so many valuable skills. Collaboration, communication, work ethic. These are just some of the lessons that have helped shape the person I am to this day. I'm Dr. Katie Jenner, Indiana Secretary of Education.
And I'm Paul Neidig, Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Join us in celebrating the 50th anniversary of Title IX and the opportunities it's provided female student athletes across this country, including here in Indiana.
Thanks to Title IX, generations of female student athletes have learned life lessons that will impact them for the rest of their lives.
And that is a legacy we're celebrating.
This is 50 years of Title IX. This is celebrating generations of female student athletes. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Carrie, you know how we like to say that high school sports are the purest form of amateur sports?
Pure spirit, pure sport. That's Indiana High School Athletics.
Well, I learned something the other day that further proves that.
I'm interested. Tell me more, Chris.
Well, we all know what amateur means, but do you know the root of its meaning? It means for the love of.
Wow, you're right. That really does reinforce the idea that high school sports are the purest form of sport.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Assistant Commissioner Chris Kaufman.
And I'm Assistant Commissioner Carrie Rosati.
If you want to watch sports in their purest form, get a ticket and go support your high school sports teams.
Everyone there, from the players and coaches to the fans and officials, they're there simply for the love of the game.
Pure spirit.
Pure sport.
This is pure spirit. This is pure sport. This is your IHSAA.
It's hard to believe that in 1972, fewer than 300,000 girls played high school sports in the U.S.
It's true. Today, more than 3 million girls play high school sports, and it's all thanks to Title IX.
When Title IX passed 50 years ago, it created a level playing field for women and girls in high school athletic programs. I'm Sandra Walter, a proud Brookville Greyhound.
And I'm Carrie Rosati, a proud Roncalli Royal. We're both Assistant Commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
We're also former athletic directors, so we understand the impact that high school sports have on the lives of teenage girls.
And how Title IX has paved the way for generations of female student athletes across the country, including right here in Indiana.
Playing high school sports opens doors for girls on the playing field and beyond.
We're both living proof that when girls are given the chance to play, they're given the chance to thrive.
This is empowerment. This is opportunity. This is your IHSAA.
It's so good to have high school sports fans back in the stands this year, isn't it?
I couldn't agree more. We've missed their cheers, their energy, their spirit, and their support.
When you buy a ticket to high school athletic events, you're not only supporting your school's athletic department, you're also supporting your school's second classroom.
That's because the court, the gym, and the pool are where student athletes learn valuable life lessons that will guide them the rest of their lives.
From teamwork and time management to responsibility and respect, I'm Brian Lewis, a proud Jasper Wildcat.
And I'm Robert Falkins, a South Bend LaSalle Lion. We're both Assistant Commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
We're also both educators, so we know firsthand that high school sports aren't just about winning and losing. They're about learning and growing, too.
So, buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events and support the education of teens in your community.
This is supporting your school. This is supporting your community. This is your IHSAA.
Commissioner Neidig, can I have a quick word? Of course, Governor. What can I do for you?
Well, I just want to say thank you.
For what, sir?
For your service.
Well, Governor, you're welcome, and you know that I'm incredibly passionate about what we do at the IHSAA.
Oh, I do, and I share your passion. Without the IHSAA, we'd be without something incredibly important to our state's culture and to me, the boys and girls basketball state tournaments.
Without Hoosier Hysteria, Indiana just wouldn't be Indiana, would it?
You're absolutely right, it wouldn't. And after all these years, I still can't seem to prepare myself for the excitement of the tournaments.
Governor, the only way you can prepare for Hoosier Hysteria is by getting your ticket.
Paul, you know I'll be the first in line.
The Indiana Boys and Girls High School Basketball Tournaments are presented by the Indiana Pacers and Indiana Fever. This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
All right, welcome back, everyone. As I'm Andy O'Hara alongside Kenny Barnhart and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network as the Trojans lead 23-11 here at the start of the third quarter. As they got a lot of things, both teams some things to work on. But Triton there, 10 points off of turnovers, but the rebound battle being won there by Trinity's really kind of keeping them in this game. 12 points isn't a lot of points to come back. There's still a chance they can come back in this ball game.
Yeah, even though that's only half, they only put up 11 in this and the 12-point differential, but still come out here, actually put up a couple threes. It could be a whole different game here just real shortly into this third quarter.
And Triton forcing 9 turnovers there in that first half on 5 steals. And Trinity usually, like I said, forcing both teams with 11 defensive stops in that first half. And Trinity 9 second chance points coming their way. So see if they can get their offense going here in the third quarter as we're underway. Logren past the half-court lines. They'll now work right to left. Logren now goes to Lee here on the left wing. Calls for back up top. Triton really attacking here on defense. That one goes off the knee of Cole McKinney. Triton, I said their defense here tonight has just been outstanding.
Yes, and if we could have seen this defense in a couple other different games, could have made quite a bit of difference, especially like that Glenn game. If could have come out and just had this stifling of a defense with them.
But this group here, this is some real good team basketball. Oviedo takes it away, taking off down the floor, up, bank is closed. Yates trying to tip it back, can't get there, and Trinity gets the rebound.
Yeah, Oviedo's just not having a great night tonight. He tried 3 threes, hadn't got any of those to drop, and he's had 2 close-up shots there just roll around and fall out.
Palmer with it on the far side there, trapped in the corner, and throws it off the leg of Shively. It'll stay right here. But the group here playing as a solid unit here tonight, I think it's been very beneficial for the Trojans.
Yes, to kind of get that sync back together. Like I said, just having to work that ball around on the offensive side, just got to work more as a good team. And then that's also translating over here on the defense. A lot of them talking and pushing and telling where to go.
Walker on the left wing, cross court to Rose. He'll step in, but a travel calls. He stuttered his feet before he took the shot. And Trinity turns it over.
I think when he turned to look and he thought he was a little too far away from that three-point arc and wanted to get a little closer. And can't do it on standing on air.
Johnson works right, leaves it for Oviedo. Out of Shively. Or Yates up top as Shively patrols down the post. Johnson now as they work it around. Johnson will try a 3 from that far side. Off the mark, no good. Logren with the rebound. Logren now working against Shively. Calling for a back, catch and shoot 3. Can't get that one to drop. Oviedo tipped it, but Henry Lee's there to get the offensive rebound. Backing down, kick out. Logren fakes right and left, but keeps the ball instead. Logren will try another 3. Can't get that one to connect. Oviedo reaches up this time and gets that defensive rebound. Oviedo quickly up the floor to Johnson. Johnson now kicks into the corner to Yates. Trojans working it here. McKinney will leave it for Tyson Yates on the left wing. Cross court to Oviedo. And to Shively in the corner. Patient with the ball here. Oviedo works the screen right. Try to drive and step back. Yates now kicks out to McKinney. Trinity very patient, really closing out things. Yates with the reverse lay-in and good. Tyson Yates, one step and he's there.
Yeah, that's actually his first basket of the evening.
Congratulations to the Argus Lady Dragons. They just defeated Oregon Davis 55-24 for that girls sectional 50 championship.
As they punched their ticket into the regional
in a short turnaround.
Short turnaround. A blocking foul call on Tyson Yates. Hunsberger will check in, I believe, on Yates.
Yep, it's going to be Tyson's second. Team's first this half.
And Graham will check in for Tyson Yates. So both 6'5" guys checking in. Shively comes away with it. Shively coast to coast, up off the glass. So pass to the shot disrupted there as Lee now in the lane on the other side, tipped around by Graham. Lee gets the offensive rebound, throws that one up off the glass. Bank is closed, rebound to Shively and a foul on the rebound.
Trinity foul, number 45.
So number 45, Gabe Hunsberger, is going to pick up his first, team's first.
Now to Shively in the lane, pull-up jumper off the front iron, no good. Hunsberger gets the rebound for the Titans.
They got him up to 20 rebounds compared to Triton's 4 on the rebounds.
Inside the halfway point here of the third quarter as Cole Shively knocks that one away. It's Cole Shively busy here tonight.
Yes. Yeah, you know, working that key, the way they're doing this defense. Oh, now Caden's going to take a lead out here on top, but still, whoever's been that point man up there has just been working.
As they've really kind of really disrupted that high post thing, which the high post thing with Lee as that one goes off Oviedo's knee. They really disrupted and kind of disrupting the flow here of this Trinity offense.
Yeah, if you get like they're Shively just pushing.
Hey, he shows cattle, he's good.
Yep.
Rose with a nice adjustment mid-flight and gets that one to go.
That gets him on the board, his first 2 points of the evening.
Oviedo on the left wing, on top to Graham. Shively now outside. Goes to Oviedo. Thought about the three. Palmer takes it away. Shively right back to Oviedo. And to McKinney in the high post. Now to Graham. Oviedo three-pointer straight away. Can't get that one to go. Lee will just let it go out of bounds, and the Titans take back over.
Time to get a little breather.
Trojan substitution number 4, Chandler West.
Barge and Westifer in.
And number 33.
So yeah, you don't usually see maybe one or two, don't see them normally 2 or 3 this often switching for the Trojans, so you know how hard they're working out there on that top.
But I like it.
Yes.
Fresh legs each time. Rose was patient for that one. I might have thought it was going to go out of bounds. Logren now. Was it that last basket? Lee has to corral from inside his legs. Lager the hand in his face as Graham closed out the shooter, and Westaver gets the rebound. 2:20 to go here in the third quarter.
Almost thought Graham got a piece of it, but must not have got that much of it for it still got to the basket.
Graham on the right wing now goes to McKinney. We're going to get a foul call there around the free throw line.
So number 24, Jacob Palmer, is going to pick up his first.
Large on the right wing goes to Johnson in the corner. Now to Westaver. Back to Johnson. Wester works on over to Large. Back and forth they go there on the perimeter.
If you can just kind of do this little bit of rocking back and forth. Don't throw it away.
Got to be disciplined there on offense. Oh, and it might have been a missed call in the over and back.
If he got rid of it before
Just
his foot
in
come
time.
down.
Johnson for three. Can't get that one to go. Lee gets the rebound. We got a foul on the rebound. We're going to call it on.
Trinity foul number 45.
So Gabe Huntsberger is going to pick up his second, team's third.
High pass knocked away. Palmer's got a straightaway. Here comes Westaver to close him out, and he'll foul him.
So Westford's going to pick up his second.
Nelson Palmer to the line for two.
He has not been there.
Their second trip to the free throw line here tonight as a team. Props to Westaver to get down there to try to disrupt the shot. Palmer, nice concentration on the first free throw there. Palmer's second free throw, backspin up there. Lee gets the rebound on the miss. Putback's no good. It goes out of bounds. And they're going to say the Trojans get it back. Now to McKinney, hands off to Connor Large. Graham with it. Now to Johnson. Johnson down the right wing, back on top to Wester. Kicks over to Connor Large. Goes to McKinney, top the key. He'll drive. Gets caught back to Westaver. Graham patrols the baseline. .33 seconds to go.
Until they started to sneak out there a little bit. Now they're just going to let them. They probably want a little bit of a break. Get 15, 20-second break here.
20 seconds to go. Burris trying to adjust his defense on the fly there.
Yep.
And a timeout for Coach Groves.
Yep.
As I think he's going to change things up.
Yep, he just kind of walked over there and, timeout.
And he'll get ready to throw a curveball. I'm going to guess right here coming out.
Yeah.
I bet there's one he's been saving he's going to use.
Yep, we've probably seen the opportunity. It might just work tonight.
So Shively and Yates now check in as Groves draws up the play.
It's looking here of the 12 turnovers for Trinity, 7 of them Triton caused with steals. But Trinity is, even with their defense, I don't have them registering a steal.
You know, actually they did get one steal in the first half.
He had them down as one?
Yep.
But still, I say at first, tight as that defense is, you thought you'd see a lot more steals. So the Trojans hand it to them, been a lot more ball movement and ball control.
You know, and as far as their ball movement goes, probably one of the best games, I think, all season where they've really, really worked the ball as a cohesive unit.
Yes.
And done a great job with it. 13 seconds until the end of the quarter. Now to Oviedo. In the corner to Johnson. Johnson, hop step to Shively. Time running out, 3 seconds. Shively forces one up high and can't get that one to go. And a stop for Trinity at the end of the quarter here as we will go to the fourth quarter, 25-14.
So did you pay attention how many total points was scored in that third quarter?
Not many.
Not many. A whopping 5 points.
2 for the Trojans, 3 for Trinity.
I said defensive battle, and I mean, for me, I didn't see this game getting to 40, but I just kind of figured, seeing how it's gone the last 2 years, I just didn't quite see it getting to 40. John Harrell's prediction tonight was favoring the Trojans 52-33. And, you know, these are two 11-win teams, and it didn't really quite make sense. But the only thing where I can come up with John Harrell's prediction why it's a little more one-sided for the Trojans is their opponent records. Triton's opponents are 140 wins to 116 losses on the season, whereas Trinity's opponents are 51 and 91 on the year.
It was locking up because I've been trying to get that up.
Oh, there we go. So, yeah, we can see here Triton here, Trinity tonight. We got LaVille on Friday night, homecoming. A little bit later start on that game, if I remember, at 6:30 on the JV. Images by Trent was supposed to be in the house, supposed to be taking pictures for the players. And then next Tuesday, we'll be back here again with Rochester. And then at Tippy Valley next Friday at Valley. And then following week, Bremen, and finishing up with that Knox game. And like I said, Argus is going to get thrown in the mix somewhere in there, probably just between that Rochester and Tippy Valley game. So that'll be a tough week for the Trojans if they get that to work out.
So here we go, fourth quarter underway. On to Shively. Strong with the basketball as Palmer tried to knock it away. In the corner now to Yates. To Oviedo on the elbow. Now to Oviedo, back to Johnson. Three-pointer on the way. Can't get that one in and out. Play was drawn up well, just couldn't get the friendly roll. Now to Rose here on the near side. To Lager. Palmer now in the corner. Trapped in the corner. And I believe we'll get a timeout.
Yep.
And that's what we'll get.
I was say
player timeout.
Player called the time. I knew his time was a ticking.
Kind of stood up over there in the corner. Triple teamed. Of course, the JV won earlier tonight by a score of 40-26. Evan Briles led the way with 18 points. Behind him was Pitney with 8, Workman with 6, and Javen May with 6. And I do believe Caden Large added 2 points in that ball game.
Had a couple of points in there.
You know where we could be after this game if it was up at Trinity?
Oh, yes, I do know. And I won't make the wrong turn again.
We only get to go there every other
year,
year, but twice in 1 year because girls are always up there when the boys are up there.
Yep. Well, next year, Orion.
And that's only if the game doesn't get into overtime.
True. High pass up to Rose. As they'll wait patiently, skip it across the top of the key here. Logren disrupted, had to get it away to Rose. Rose loses it. No, lost. He's dribbling the corner. Now goes to Logren. Hunsberger there on the corner. Logren drives. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line off the mark. No good. Hunsberger gets a piece of it. Lee gets the offensive rebound. He'll go up strong with it. Can't get that one knocked away by Hunsberger. And Triton gets it off the loose ball. Yates off the floor now, goes down to Shively in the free throw line, pull-up jumper, can't get that one to go. Lee reaches up and gets the rebound for the Titans. Rose splits the defenders, now goes back to Logren, three-pointer on the way, puts it in.
That's their first three-pointer attempt to drop out of 6 attempts. Hey, look, it's only an 8-point game.
Now to Yates. So put it back and forth. Oviedo and Yates working across the perimeter. Now to McKinney on the elbow. Back to Oviedo. Three-pointer on the way. Puts it in. Oviedo. A sigh of relief after that three-pointer.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think there was going to be a game that you didn't want to see Ashton not score.
But he's done a lot of other things really well here tonight. Defensively contributing out there. Logren now goes to Lee in the paint. Pull-up jumper off the mark, no good. McKinney gets the rebound. Trojans back the other way. Oviedo with it now. Oviedo caught in the corner. Up high to Yates. Thought about the three-pointer. Gets tied up in a jump ball. And the Titans come away with it. Skinzel will now check in.
Titan substitution, number 23, Kay Skinzel.
Only 5 combined fouls here in the second half. It's kind of like a
lot of low numbers tonight.
But it's been a great game to watch.
The only high numbers is Trinity on the rebounds. I got them up to 24 rebounds.
And the kickballs by Cole Shively too.
Yep, didn't get that. Should have made that graphic up.
And Caden Graham now will check in.
Triton substitution, number 12, Caden Graham.
Goes to Rose now. Caden Graham checking in. He'll patrol the top. Logren for another three. Off the mark. He hit the deck after the shot. Lee up off the glass. No good. And Bruce Johnson gets the rebound. Shively in the elbow. Gets trapped up there and we get a foul call.
Trinity foul, number 14, Rose.
So Rose is going to pick up his 4th foul. So he had those 3 fairly early, and he's managed to get pretty well into the game until he picked up that 4th one.
McKinney will now check in. Down tip by Lee. And steal call, we're going to get a foul call on the floor there.
So Cole McKinney's going to pick up his first, team's 3rd.
I'm going to have to ask Rose if he's a fan of hockey. There he did ball, there's the substitution.
How many did you have at halftime for Rose for fouls?
2.
So we have to double check. So
So
too
kick
late
ball.
now.
Connor Lars now checking in.
Triton substitution, number 33.
Bruce Johnson will come out. It's Caden Graham trying to understand what happened there. Well, they're going to call a foul on Cole McKinney. No, that was on the reach on the end over here. Rose now goes to Logren. Lee now to Logren. Logren drives. Pull up fake. Knocked away. Large leaves it for Graham. Graham tries to corral it. And somersaults his way to the baseline.
Trinity foul, number 15, Logren, his 3rd.
Okay, there's where we got it off. So Logren has 3, Rose has 3.
As Caden Graham goes to the line for 2. First one's on the way and gets the friendly roll.
Now he's the only other Trojan besides Shively to be at the line tonight.
Graham's second free throw rolls out as Lee gets the rebound off the missed free throw. And Logren now up the floor. Goes to Rose, across the way on the right wing. So Logren. Graham got a piece of that one. Rose bails him out on the loose ball. Palmer for 3. Side iron no good. Rebound goes to Yates and he gets bumped. Connor Large comes away with it. Now Large goes now on top to Yates. To Oviedo. Thought about it. Oviedo, three-pointer from deep. Puts it in, Ashton Oviedo. The floodgates have opened for him.
Once he got started.
I think they're going to prove me to be a doubter here. Lee goes up off the right hand, no good. Hunsberger got a piece of it. Rose is there to get the deflected rebound. Lee catches it. We got a foul call.
Probably McKinney, I'm guessing, from behind. Yep, so that's his second.
Checking in for the Trojans, number 20, Cole Shively.
Logren with it out to inbound. Goes to Palmer. Logren, three-pointer contested from the corner and puts it in with the hands in his face, and a timeout for Coach Burris as his team now trails by 12 with 2:41 to go in the ball game.
That's just their second of 8 three-pointers for the Trinity. Shooting 25%, 2 points, 25% on three-pointers, and they're 50% at free throws.
Team on the season shooting 30%. These totals are from Max Preps. I don't know. These aren't ours, so I can't be for sure. I mean, but what I got from Max Preps is a team they're shooting 30% from beyond the arc, 63% from the free throw line, and inside the arc shooting a 45% clip on the year.
So yeah, they're being off a little bit on their inside the arc there, say 25%, 6 to 24. So,
but that's a testament to the Trojans' defense here tonight. Is they're kind of taking away some of those opportunities they usually see in a ball game.
As Dad just pointed out, last year how tight 30 to 31 was the final here, and we're 32 to 20 right now. So,
for sure, it's and like Kate and I kind of thought pregame, this might be a closer game as the last 3-4 years. It's been really close.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Just listen throughout the day, just thinking of for tonight's game, and thinking, hey, if this gets over 40 points for either team tonight, that's going to be the big thing.
If Trinity could get a few of those shots to drop, we're talking about a tighter game right here as Oviedo receives the inbound full court pressure defense now by the Titans. Got to get it across.
Yep.
Timeout for Coach Groves as he saw trouble.
Better figure it out now than in, 3 weeks or 4 weeks?
You could meet them again right here on this court.
As they are now part of the Trojans sectional. The Triton sectional now, the sectional 50 this year. Out there with Argus, Lacrosse, West Central, Culver, and Oregon Davis. So adding another team to the mix.
Yep, a little different. Yep, we had to put them someplace, so since they joined the IHSAA.
Of course, they're part of the Hoosier Plains Conference with Elkhart Christian, Argus, Career Academy, Bethany Christian, and Lakeland Christian. That's a...
Who's ahead? Argus on top of that?
Elkhart Christian is actually undefeated 3-0 because Argus was beat by Lakeland Christian in overtime. Right. But there's everybody in there, minus Career Academy, has a winning record. But Bethany Christian, Career Academy, a 7-12 record, not a bad record.
No.
Still can very well get to that 500 mark. Oviedo up to Johnson. Shively puts it on the floor, goes up, he'll draw the foul on the floor. The Titans will have one foul to give.
So Lee's going to pick up his second. Oh, I see the scoreboard finally got pretty close.
And of course, Friday in the Hoosier North, battle of unbeatens between Judson and Caston may decide the conference. Oviedo gets it right back to McKinney. 98's back to Oviedo, hand in his face, three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Johnson's there to get the offensive rebound, the putback, no good. Yates fighting for it, but Logren gets the defensive rebound. 2 minutes to go. Now to Rose. Logren. Rose, Logren, and Palmer, the three that usually shoot threes, as Lee off the mark there. Hunsberger couldn't quite get there, but Rose snuck his way in there for that offensive rebound. Lee in the lane, runner on the way, puts it in. 10-point ball game. Up to Johnson. See if the Trojans can break this press again. Now to Yates. Yates past the corner, puts on the brakes. High pass to McKinney, can't corral it. Lee has a lane to the basket. He's going to go up and puts it in. So 4-point swing now to put him down by 8 with 1:18 to go. McKinney up the floor to Oviedo, breaks the press. But Lee knocks it away. It'll go out of bounds, and they say it went off of Oviedo, and a timeout for Coach Groves. Because his team, things just shifted in momentum.
Yep, 10-6. I got right now. Trinity outscored Triton 10-7 in this final fourth quarter. Hey, we do have to give a shout out to the Southern Florida crew.
Yeah,
guess we got educated on what their normal game day scenario is.
Yeah, it sounds like on Tuesdays they go get tacos on Tuesday.
So Taco Tuesday, and then go watch the Triton Trojans.
Yeah, exactly. Appreciate those snowbirds down there in Florida.
Yep, getting
watching
all together. Yep.
Is that the Shiveleys or who is?
There's a whole crew of them.
Yep.
Well, Larry's right there. He's not in Florida.
Well, that's what,
he's not a snowbird this week.
Well, he's the one that had to stop up and tell us. So yeah, he's just
he filled us in
about 4 rows ahead of us. So.
Although we haven't figured out a way to call that game from Florida yet.
What night's Manny's night?
Yep.
Oh, my.
Or even a Sunny's night.
Who's going to? Oh, okay. I thought we were inbound for a minute. 1:11 to go now. 8-point ball game after a 4-point swing for the Titans. So Coach Groves dials up for his defense. Skinzel will check in next dead ball for the Titans. Logren to Rose, 3-pointer on the way. Can't get that one to go. Johnson cut him for a moment, and there's Cole McKinney to get the rebound. McKinney took his eyes off the ball for a minute. Here comes Lee. We're going to get a foul call on the Titans.
Trinity foul number 30, Lee, his third.
Have they found a place down there that they'll let them put the game on the TV? Or a restaurant?
Yeah, a restaurant that they could go in. Hey, can you pull up YouTube and we watch a game?
McKinney gets that first free throw to drop. He's Triton 6 of 9 from the free throw line here tonight. Second free throw, back iron. Rebound goes to Palmer. Now to Rose. Kicked by Shively yet again.
What are we up, 5, 6?
That's at least 5.
Nice thing is they keep going that way. I don't have to worry about them coming this way.
Although we've seen Shively make some pretty nice kicks during football season.
Well,
Just saying, he knows how to use that right leg.
Yeah.
He knows how to use those legs.
I just want to see him kick it down here and put it through the basket.
How would you score that?
It had to be a kick. It would be out before they go there.
Now Logren goes to Rose. On the left wing, trapped there.
Yeah, biggest thing the Trojans now, just let them throw it away.
Lee gets there, but he'll stay right here with the Titans. There's 26 seconds to go. As a quick conference, as the Trojans say they've got the ball.
Yeah, because okay.
They're sending off one of the Tritons.
Off his leg or his hip.
Palmer in the corner. Calls for it. Puts it in with a hand in his face. Got to get going. 15 seconds, 6-point ball game, and a foul call coming here.
I forgot to tell you who I seen over in the other gym.
Trinity foul number 24.
Coach Hayden.
Coach who?
Fat Cats.
Oh, yeah, he was over next door.
Yeah, his daughter plays on the 8th grade team.
Oh.
They won tonight 15-14.
You didn't say hello from all of us, right?
No, I didn't say anything.
we need to come back and visit him.
I walked in over there and ruined the game for us because we were ahead when I walked in, and then as soon as I looked at the scoreboard, it changed.
So it's your fault. Yates off the mark on the first free throw. Palmer's got to get going here in a hurry, trailing by 6. Rose goes through, and a blocking foul on the Trojans coming here.
And Coach Hanna was over there too.
Oh, hey. Not too far of a commute there for him.
No. So Cole McKinney's going to pick up his third, team's fifth.
Logren inbound. Goes to Rose, top of the key. 7 seconds. Logren goes through. It's blocked by Yates. And the Trojans are going to pick up their 12th win of the season. Things play out here. Logren calls for it in the corner. Stepping away. Lost it with a double dribble, and that'll do it. Triton will improve to 12-5 on the season, and the Titans will fall to 11-5 on the season as Triton wins here 33-27 here from the trench as they notch another win against a sectional opponent as they will remain undefeated in sectional play in the regular season. Argus also undefeated in sectional play, and the Cross also with no losses in sectional play here this season.
Yeah, I was going to say, because of the sectional ones, Argus we haven't been able to play yet. And
we played Oregon Davis and Culver.
Yep, and the lacrosse doesn't on our normal schedule.
Nope.
So
neither is West Central.
Yep, so it's kind of a little different there to not see some of your sectional opponents, but a little different. So try to get things synced up here a little bit. So we're on a little different system tonight. So hopefully, there we go.
Imagine we'll get post-game interviews because we didn't get them the other night, but Chip's down there, so I might get interrupted.
So Trojans was.
I'm gonna go down and get Connor. Do you want me to get Connor for that?
Yeah, we haven't
done him yet.
Got to do it for that award then. So Triton free throws 6-11, 55%. 3-pointers was 7-17 at 41%, and 2-pointers 3 of 11 at 27%. For Trinity, they shot their free throws 2 of 4, 50%. Just 3 of 10 behind the arc at 30%. And 2 points is 8, 28, 29%. Turnovers had unofficially 9 and 13. So for Trinity, Lee with 13, Logren with 8, Palmer with 4, and Rose with 2. For Triton, Shively led the way with 10, Graham with 8, Oviedo with 6, McKinney with 4, Johnson with 3, and Yates with 2. So like I said, just hang on, try to get interviews here, probably try to get Connor Large, since he got that award up, the scholarship up there by county, and then probably with Coach Groves later, so just stay tuned.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We got an interview here with Connor Large, the W.B. Hawkins Award winner this year. Connor, for you, what does it mean for you to win that award? It must have been pretty neat to strut out there and get that award.
It means a lot to me to win the award.
You know, you're a good student. I mean, and it all kind of shows off with that award. I mean, is that something you were kind of expecting? Do you think you were in the running for? I mean, what were your thoughts kind of before you walked out there, kind of your chances?
Girls told me that a lot of it's about academics and then your community work, so I was like, all right, I got a chance.
Well, yeah, I mean, community work, I mean, you're out and about quite a bit. So being a senior, you know, we've been asking some of these questions. You can pick on people a little bit, and, you know, no one else is up here right now. So one that Anna asked earlier this year that I really like is, who on the team would you let run practice? Player, coach, doesn't matter. Who would you want to run practice, and who would you not want to run practice, and why? Come on now, you've been doing this long enough. You know who can run practice.
I'd have Cole McKinney run practice.
Why is that?
Because it'd be a fun practice.
Be a fun practice. Now who's that one person? Better say it quick for coaches. The guy you don't want to run practice. I mean, who's that one guy you don't want to run practice?
I don't really know.
You don't really know because everybody's just going to practice hard the entire time, huh?
Correct.
So with the rest of the season, so you got a couple different things here. So we're going to ask another question. You didn't really elaborate. I'm gonna make you talk. Yep. I know you guys got to prepare for this public speaking thing you got going tomorrow. So on the team, you guys are going out to dinner. Who would you let pick go to dinner and why? To take you to pick the place, who would you pick?
Cole McKinney. He seems like he goes out to dinner a lot.
Oh, so Cole's it figured out. So Cole's gotten 2 picks here. Okay, now if the coaches get to choose on the way home from a game or something like that, you guys get to stop. Which coach would you want to pick and not want to pick? So I'm pretty sure he's far enough away he can't hear you. I know Groves knows Chick-fil-A, and Groves has got good taste in food, so I know he's good. And now you're in trouble. Now he's got a headset.
Yeah, I'm getting these things on now for this.
Well, say I asked him which coach would you let pick the place to eat after a game, and which coach wouldn't. I said, yeah, pick Groves. I mean, he'll pick Chick-fil-A.
I don't know. I'm going for I don't know. It's a little bit fancier than that. Some Heston's prime rib or something like that.
Come on, Connor, you got to have an answer in there somewhere. Who's one person you would let stop pick the place on the way home?
Groves, he goes fancy places.
He goes fancy places. Okay. Well, Connor, congratulations on the award, buddy. Congrats. Good luck the rest of your senior year, pal.
I just want to thank everybody from the support with winning the award.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. We'll get Coach Groves over here. Now you can go get changed. Thanks, pal. Well, Coach, I said in the pregame, I said I didn't quite see us getting up over 40 points. And I kind of figured it was going to be kind of a low-scoring night, but the defense you threw out against these guys, those guys did a great job tonight.
Yeah, I thought we did well not doing that a lot. I mean, we've ran that quite a bit throughout the season, but tonight, I felt like I just didn't want them to run an offense, like they normally do for 4 minutes or so, but and try to, and I thought we did a good job keeping their penetration out of the paint with our fist and their 1-through-1, and you just got to rebound a little bit better out of it.
Yeah, and Lee tonight, I mean, obviously he was kind of a force on the boards there with 16 rebounds. I mean, he had more rebounds than the team did. I mean, that guy there just was hungry for the ball all night for Trinity.
Yeah, I mean, he just has a knack for the ball. He's just a hard worker. He goes after it. He's athletic. He has a knack. It looks funny, but he finishes around the rim. Everything he shoots around the rim goes in. And so he just has a knack he's our leading scorer for a reason. And, a nice night with a double-double. We got to do a better job of keeping him off the boards, obviously. We play them again.
And for you guys on offense, there was the ball movement tonight just seemed to be a little bit more on point. They moved the ball a little bit better here, a little more with purpose, I would say, tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we knew we had to. I mean, these guys are really good. And I don't say this about every team, but, they are better at what they do than anybody we play.
Yes.
I mean, they are better at the 2-3 than this is the best 2-3 zone I've ever coached against in my life.
And the closest thing I can come to their 2-3 zone is something that, like what Syracuse used to run with Boeheim, as far as when there's 2-3 zone was always just legit good. You couldn't even shoot a 3 off of it.
No, and that's you can't get a clean look hardly. You can't score inside. They don't let the ball inside at all. I thought, and that's one thing I thought we struggled with the second half. I thought first half we at least took it at him, got to the free throw line. Second half we kind of got passive and settled for jumpers instead of attacking the basket. So that's like I said, I was pleased, to be honest with you, until the very end when we started turning the ball over. And I think our guys just got to realize the time and score. I mean, we're up whatever it was, 12 with 2 minutes left. We got to. That's the point of the game where you just got to take care of the ball and make them foul you.
And like you said there in that first half, like one thing you pointed out the other day with that points per possession in the first half. I mean, up over that 1.21 mark.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a great job there, but like you said, in that second half, they kind of just sort of fall off down around that 0.84.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of hurt them just a little bit. But, I mean, even for players like Ashton, who kind of started off the night cold, still found a way to contribute in ways that didn't quite put his name there in that stat sheet.
I mean, and that's what you got to have. You got to have, you know, people rebounding, defending, you know, doing what they need to do, and being a good teammate and encouraging and being a little bit more enthusiastic. But yeah, you know, a lot of guys stepped up tonight. We had a lot of guys play, and they did a nice job, especially in our fist. You know, offensively, we're still struggling. We're not shooting the ball extremely well, and that showed up tonight. But you know, found a way to win. And like I said, I knew this game was going to be like this. It's maybe not pretty for the fans.
Yeah.
You know, but going in, I told the guys, it's not going to be what you want it to be. It's not going to be what your mom and dad want it to be. But you know, this is the way we're going to have to win this game.
And like I said, they played extremely well. We were joking up here at one point. I wonder if Coach was watching hockey last night or something. With every time there's a dead ball, it seemed to be a substitution for you.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're going to pressure a little bit more and got to keep them fresh. And
so,
you know, our bench did a nice job coming out and battling. Just, you know, like I said, we got to find ways to get a little bit more offensive production. You know, I thought maybe we could get some turnovers, but credit them. They do a nice job not giving you anything in transition. You know, I can't really think of many breakaways that we had. You know, they just do a good job taking the ball. That's what they do, and they're good at it.
Say about every breakaway, the only breakaway with layup that went in was Caden Graham there in the first half was the only one that I think that went in because everything else was, I mean, they disrupted Ashton on the one, and they got a hold of everybody.
Yeah, you don't get anything easy against these guys.
And that's one thing you hear Coach Burris, he was just down there, he was talking, it was when they were on, he was fired up when someone was taking off, and we want to take away that easy look.
Yeah, definitely.
And we saw Chandler do that for us tonight, where he had to kind of hot-foot it down there on the other end and take away a fast break. But the guys both ways, I think they really fed off that defense, the way how that kind of fed off their style of defense.
Definitely. You know, I told our guys it's going to have to be an ugly, gritty, tough win. It's not, you know, it's not going to look good. It's not going to, you know, look good on your stats or our stats, but, you know, it's the way you got to win. And, you know, I thought our kids did a nice job controlling most of the game tonight.
Well, Coach, you get ready to host LaVille on Friday for another conference game, and I'm sure you guys will get back to work and get prepared for that one.
Definitely. You know, obviously they're a good basketball team, well coached, and you know, I just reminded the kids, remember what happened last year. You know, we beat them fairly handily the first game. You know, we went there and got up, I think 15-0, maybe even kind of like we did the first time we played them this year, and they just chipped away, and beat us right at the end. I think that was the first lead of their game of their last possession. And so, you know, they're definitely capable. They look like they're scoring more points. They're playing a little bit better. So we got to be ready to go.
All right. So, Coach, we'll let you go. Congrats on the win here tonight. I'm Andy O'Hara for Coach Groves, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler. Until next time, Trojan fans, remember the Trojan way.